Wake up, Raptors fans. There's no time for sleep. Raptors, big win after getting home at 4 a.m. on the second half of a back-to-back. You have no excuses. We are back. Raptors NBA podcast back after our brief winter vacation. Big Raptors W against the Suns. Alex, you were in Tennessee. How was your vacation?
It was weak. So we went to Tennessee. Let me just tell the story quickly. And we saw Tennessee versus Georgia. And Georgia's like the best team in the country by far. And honestly, they're just disgusting. And they just destroyed Tennessee. So the stadium was packed. There's like 108,000 people there. And it was really fun when we got there. And then they were so quick to just, the whole stadium just took the air out of the tires. Literally the first play of the game, Tennessee scores a touchdown. And then it was all downhill from there. So I've never seen that many people have their airs taken out of their tires. It was ridiculous. It was like a massive depression. It was crazy. But I'm
sure your tickets were really cheap, and that was a really good use of money.
It was actually so silly. Like we were 10 rows up and like really, really good seats. We saw Georgia put up like 48 on Tennessee, or I think 38 or 40. And then the tailgate was fun. Knoxville was fun for the night. Nashville was fun, but like in terms of the actual game experience, wasn't the best. What about you? You were in Texas over there. How was your trip?
Yeah, you should have came on my Raptors NBA podcast scouting trip. You should have came. Saw I was in San Antonio. Saw Wemby close up. You can get great deals on tickets in San Antonio. If you're ever down there, you can sit literally 7th row sideline for under $200. It's insane.
Under $200 a ticket?
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. Those would be $1,000 in Toronto. Crazy.
But hey, I missed you. I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks.
I missed
you. Look good. You look fresh.
Well, we did see each other the day we got back. Let's not lie to.
We did. All right. Never mind. Sorry, I forgot. But this is the first time I've seen you on camera.
Yeah, you look good.
All right, let's get into it. Go ahead, set it off.
Okay, the vibes are back up. Raptors split the back-to-back. They beat the Suns. I didn't see it coming. Did you see this coming?
Are the vibes back, though? Are the vibes really back? Because I don't think the vibes are back at all. I think that was a decent win, but we lost to Brooklyn the night before. Brooklyn's 9-8. They made us look like a bunch of little boys. And then we go over there. We beat the Suns, which is nice. I appreciate the Suns win. But I don't know. It seems like that was such an off night for the Suns. They had so many opportunities to win that game, so many shots that they've missed. I feel like they lost and we didn't win. So this is our first disagreement. We're going to go a little bit harder on these podcasts at this point. I think that's a bad take. I think the Raptors are no good right now. This is ridiculous. We got to get better. I don't care that we beat the Suns.
Okay, you said the Suns had an off night. Why'd they have an off night scoring? Why? Oh, maybe give credit where it's due, Alex. OG and Scottie absolutely shut down Booker and KD. Durant.
Okay, so you're telling me that you're telling me that last
2-2.
shot of the game. You're telling me that last shot of the game was contested?
The last shot of the game, like which one?
By KD. KD coming off a double screen, amazing play, misses a wide open 3. There were so many open shots. KD went 11 for 30. Devin Booker went 2 for 12. That's the reason they lost. Yeah, we have some big defenders on them, but I just didn't think we were that good. I just think we were worse.
Defenders in the league. You're gonna be able to shut down stars like this any given night. How are you, Scottie's biggest defender, not giving him credit here?
Because he had a horrendous 3 quarters, and then he goes for 12 in the 4th. By the way, did you see that interview afterwards? He's like, they asked him, he's like, "Oh, you went for 12. Like, what made you go for 12 in the 4th?" He's like, "It's because I got that dog in me." Did you know?
The day.
We're gonna have to cut that into this pod or into some of the videos. But listen, okay, good game, good win. But I'm just saying, it just felt like, I don't know, the Suns just weren't ready. I don't know what was happening. I think the Suns are ready.
We're here since Sunday. Do you think Drake took him out?
Probably. Like if I just think anytime Drake's sitting courtside at one of our games, he definitely likes the players that are on the other team and they're friends. So he's friends with Devin Booker and he's friends with Kevin Durant, it seems like. So anytime those guys are in town, it seems like they don't have as good of performances because he probably does take them out. You know?
We're off since Sunday. Good chance. Good chance he took him on the town.
You know what? I haven't done the research, but I think that this is probably the worst shooting game for both of those guys. Like, bro, 2 for 12 and 11 for 30. Devin Booker went 0 for 4 from 3. KD went 2 for 8. Toronto's a fun city, man. Toronto's a fun city. Those boys were partying the last couple days, weren't they?
I'm disappointed in you.
Why?
This was OG and Scottie's marquee defensive game of the season, and you're not giving him any credit.
I'm giving them some credit.
You disgust me.
I disgust you. We're back. Okay, just for anybody who's listening to the podcast, by the way, we have some downloads lately, so I'm very excited about this. But we listened to some of our old podcasts from like a couple of years ago, and we were going so much harder at each other, and they were way more entertaining, I think. So we're going to try to go a little bit harder at each other's takes because I feel like we've been agreeing a little too much. So listen, that take is decent, but I honestly think that they just had shitty games. Like Scottie, for example, he played really good defense, and you know he's super long. OG had a couple of really, really good contested shots on KD, like in terms of defensively. But I think most of the shots were missed as opposed to, you know, the defense making them miss. That's what I think. Like that whole game just seemed the same way to me.
Soft take.
What's the record? Suns are 11-7. Raptors are 9-10. Still mediocre. Okay, well, we haven't talked for a week and a half. What about that Brooklyn game? That Brooklyn game was horrendous. We lost 115-103. You know, Scottie Barnes was minus 22, 17 points, 11 boards. Pascal was 17, 10, and 8. By the way, okay, my first thing that I want to talk to you about.
First thing, we've been talking for 5 to 10 minutes already.
I know, but I have one first take. Pascal seems like he's back on the offensive end. But this is so interesting, Andrew. What? He's shooting 48% from the field, but guess his 3-point percentage. Just take a wild guess.
In this season?
Yeah.
10%.
No, it's not 10%. It's 20.8% from 3. Isn't that insane? So 48% from the field with 20% from 3. That's actually absurd. But he's back to his old form. It seems like he's playing pretty well. 19 points per game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. I have a question for you. Is he the best mid-range player in the league right now?
The best mid-range player in the league. You're just putting this one at me. As if I sit there every night and think of who's the best mid-range player in the league.
Well, who does he have to go against?
DeMar DeRozan. You can't consider Devin Booker a mid-range player, I don't think, even though Devin Booker goes hard in the mid-range. KD goes mid-range too. But like Pascal hits, like, you know, I didn't do the numbers yet, but if he's shooting 20% from 3 and he's 48% from the field and he's shooting how many threes a game? Like last night he shot 0 for 4. Or sorry, against Brooklyn he shot 0 for 4. And last night he shot 1 for 5. So you're saying if Pascal just puts his head down, does a spin move every time, never shoots a 3, he's the best player in the league?
Not the best player in the league, but he might have one of the best field goal percentages in the league. He can be like our boy Jakob Poeltl, baby.
Nah, no one can be that good. Nobody can. Yeah, he's nice. He's back. It made me splitting this back to back and showing how just they're such a mediocre team really hammered home that it's time to trade Pascal. I'm back on this trade.
You're back on the Pascal trade.
Sell high, but it also made me think that, hey, not only is Scottie the guy to build around, but sign OG too. Sign these two guys. You can get a ton for Pascal right now. Trade him to Golden State. They would love him.
You know what I'm thinking? Here's the problem. I think OG, he's a really good defensive player. He hits some threes. Like he has off nights where he doesn't shoot as well. But man, I don't think he's ever going to be an incredible offensive player.
Does not create his own shot.
Like, I think we've had enough of a sample size now where it seems like he's going to be averaging, let's say 13 to 17 points per game, probably for the majority of his career. because he has such a big load on defense. But like last night, what did he score? He scored 13 points, 1 assist, 3 steals. Like he was good on the defensive end. Don't get me wrong. But what about trading OG?
Remember last year, the rumors that they turned down 4 first-round picks for him? 4 first-round picks.
Oh, I remember. I don't know. I that's something that I would consider more than Pascal, because I think Pascal can still get a shot anytime that he wants, as opposed to OG. And man, I just think in this league, you have to have a superstar to win the championship. Is Scottie going to be a superstar? Like, is that our only chance at a superstar player?
Yes. Or draft picks, and then you turn those draft picks into an actual draft pick, or you trade them for a superstar somewhere else.
So, okay. We are how many games into the season now? 20 games, almost whatever, a quarter way into the season. 19 games into the season. Do you think at this point, like, where do you think we'll end up at the end of the year?
Same place as last year. If they keep this track we're on right now, same place as last year. Playing game. Maybe they win, maybe they lose. First round exit. But do we think Masai is just going to sit there with this team that he has? I doubt it. I would be disappointed if he sat there with the same team.
I think trading OG kind of makes sense, because I think it makes more sense than trading Pascal. Again, we're on this whole trade thing, but we have to talk about it. Like, this is such mediocrity, like we were talking about before, that, you know, I understand it's a good win, but I'm telling you, man, Drake had something to do with it. Anytime these guys come in, they'll party with him if they know him really well, and then they come out with these duds of games. I feel like that happens every time that somebody's in the mix. And like, we don't have a superstar just yet. And I think we were a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Like,
bullish.
Yeah, we were a little bit bullish. I was more bullish than you are. You were.
Yeah, you definitely were.
What games do we have coming up next? Hold on.
Knicks on Friday.
Then the Raptors have the Heat Wednesday. Hornets, Knicks again, Hawks. That could be a decent little run for the Raptors. Like, Hornets, they don't have LaMelo, who's, by the way, he's been absolutely balling, right? Knicks, mediocre right now. The Heat, nobody ever knows anything about the Heat. Nobody ever knows anything. Feels like they get up for those games, especially if Jimmy's playing. And then the Hawks games are winnable as well. So we could have a nice little 4-2, maybe 5-1
Do we really want that? Do we want some false confidence to make Raptors management think they're a better team than they are, and then you just be mediocre the whole year?
You're right. That is false confidence, isn't it?
Are the Raptors currently in the worst place you can be? Not bad enough to get a high draft pick, even though they don't have their first draft pick this year, which is also another fiasco.
I just think if we go on one of these runs, I'll be all the way back in.
Win 3 in a row?
We won 3 in a row. I'm like, we are winning the championship this year.
Could happen. Knicks and Heat next games. Could win 3 in a row. Sure.
Okay. Should we move on from the Raptors, or do you have any more to say?
We mentioned Drake. Did you see Drake in the locker room last night after the win?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? He's acting like he's part of the team.
Well, he is. He's still the ambassador, right?
Not just the ambassador. He's the global ambassador. Get his title right.
I like it. I like it a lot. I mean,
where did Drake rank on your Spotify Wrapped list?
You don't even have to. You don't even have to guess. You already know. You already know Drizzy is number 1 on my Spotify Wrap list. Which, by the way, like, stop posting your Spotify Wrap list, everybody.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with posting your Spotify lists?
Like, nobody cares about your Spotify list.
I'm intrigued to see what people listen to.
Are you intrigued? Because
I'm a little intrigued.
I'm not. Like, keep that. No, literally nobody cares. I don't think.
Probably because yours is embarrassing.
Do you want me to tell you what mine is?
Yeah. Why don't you put it to the screen?
First of all, you don't even listen to Spotify.
No, I'm an Apple Music truther.
My number 1's Drake. For some reason, my number 2 is Tiesto.
What do you mean for some reason? What do you...
Hold on. I'm
The
literally
reason
gonna
is
show you right
because you
now.
listened to
This
it
is
the
so
second time.
random. Look, Drake, number one. Number one. I'll show you on here. And on here. Number 2, I had Tiesto for some reason. Number 3 is Lil Wayne. I was training for a half marathon this year, and I was just like banging Lil Wayne in my ears the entire time for some reason, and I missed Lil Wayne. Number 4 is Morgan Wallen, which is I was actually kind of shocked and surprised by it, but I like my boy Morgan. And then number 5 was Russ. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's there. What was yours? All country.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
All country.
I think Drake was like 4th or 5th on mine.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I like it. I like when every time Drake's involved, it makes our team look good. It makes our city look good. I don't care.
You think it's cool that he gets his hand in the huddle after the game?
Yeah, 100%. It's cool.
It's a little cheesy.
You don't like it?
Nah, it was okay.
No, I like it, man. If you're an NBA player and you're looking at a team that's in the cold, say Minnesota or like whatever, even like a smaller market team somewhere where it's cold, and then you look at Toronto and you know how well people treat you in Toronto, and you know that Drake is there, and you know that this guy embraces any new player that Toronto has. I feel like he does a good job for the Raptors in terms of recruiting. I don't know. I feel like it's all positive to have Drake on the roster.
No, I like Drake. I like him. I think it's fun.
You sound like you hate him right now.
I think it was hilarious when he was on the broadcast like 2 or 3 weeks ago with Jack and Matt. I thought he was hilarious. A little tipsy, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, he's
but
like, my credit card almost just got declined. Remember that?
And then he called was it Peyton Pritchard? He looked like a crypto scammer.
Did he say that?
He did.
That's funny. Okay, should we move on? I got one thing for you here.
Hit me with it.
I have to give you credit.
Thank you.
I hate to say it. I have to give you credit. Philly is way, way better without James Harden. And Tyrese Maxey is way better than I thought he would be. Like, this is a good team, and you were right to be significantly. Do I think they're going to win the championship? No, I don't think so. But they're really good. So I have to give you credit on that. You saw that early. You saw it real early.
They could win the East. Good chance to make the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't know. Could happen. You beat them last night though?
Yeah.
My dark horse Western Conference finalist.
The Pelly Pels.
Zion went off. Yeah.
Wait, let me see that score. Yeah.
I think you just need to understand that when I make a take, it's usually going to be right.
Can you stop it right now? Your takes are like 95% wrong. Wait, hold on. Did you see one thing I didn't like? I have to say it. Tyrese Maxey. There's that video. He's going viral. He was like talking to a fan, and the fan was just talking shit or whatever. And Tyrese looked. He's like, "What else? Look how many points I have. What else do you want me to do? Look how many points I have." That's what he said. And I looked up his line from last night. It was like he dropped like 31 to 33 points, and he had only 3 assists.
Ooh.
So hold on, let me look up this line as well. Hold on, Pelly 76. Yeah, Maxey had 33, and 33 and 3 assists. So he like looked at the fan and like looked up at the score and was like, oh, like look how many points I have. What else do you want me to do? Like whatever. Joel Embiid wasn't playing that game, so I'm not taking it too seriously. But I don't know. I didn't like him saying that for some reason. Even though by all accounts, he's like the nicest, most positive person in the league right now.
Yeah. Well, thank you for giving me the credit. I've been saying that. I've been on that.
I had to give it to you. What else you got?
A guy in Raptors land that we often dismiss because we all wanted to draft him. And then they took Scottie Barnes. Jalen Suggs. Did you see his game last night?
I did not see his game last night, but I've been watching Jalen Suggs.
The man has got his swagger back, his Gonzaga swagger back. He had that in-game 360 dunk. Then he redid the iconic D-Wade LeBron poster/pose.
With Cole Anthony.
Raptors fans love to rip on this guy because it makes us feel better about drafting Scottie Barnes, which was, of course, the right decision. But I like seeing him be a dog.
No, absolutely. So I didn't watch the game, but I saw both of those highlights. I loved how, by the way, Cole Anthony, one of the more underrated athletic guards in the league. Like the guy just gets up to catch lobs. I think he's caught like 10 lobs that I've seen in person, not in person, but that I've seen on highlights this year. But Jalen Suggs, he's disgusting. His line last night, 22, what is it? 22 steals, or so 22, imagine 22 steals. No, 22 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. But I don't think it's like his stats that matter more. It's just his intensity. Yeah. And like he just goes hard. Every play is literally like you're in the NBA finals, you know?
I feel like he was missing that his first year or two. I feel like you did not see him in games in his first year. He was like shy in the NBA, and in Gonzaga, he was such a dog. Like every time he had the ball, he made that amazing shot against UCLA to win the game in the tournament. I feel like he's got that edge back to him. He's nice. Don't sleep on Orlando. He's a sneaky good team.
I know. Orlando's nice. Orlando's 13-5 right now. Are they second in the wait? Are they second in the East? Did I read that wrong? Hold on. I think there's hold on. I'm just looking at Jalen Suggs' line first here. So he's 20, what is it? Regular season. 13 points per game, 1.9 steals. He's good on the defensive end, 2.7 assists, 3.9 boards. I don't know. I like him.
He passes the eye test right now.
He passed the eye test, and like he's so intense, and he just doesn't care about his body. Like he will break his neck.
He'll be out of the league in 4 years.
He will be out of the league in 4 years because he broke his neck on a sling, slammed on somebody's head. Kidding. Listen, we don't want anything to happen to Jalen Suggs. I like Jalen Suggs as well. On to another guard that I wanted to mention.
Yes,
man, Freddie in Houston. He's tied for third in the league in assists. And he has these young guys buzzing. It's like my favorite team to watch on League Pass or just whatever when they're on. Houston's incredible. Sengun's amazing. And then Fred VanVleet is like that nice, steady veteran that's like just calming everyone down, dishing crazy dimes. I don't know, just keeping that team together, playing good defense. I think that I was kind of off on Freddie after we traded him. I even said that in the beginning. I was like, Schroeder's better than Fred VanVleet, but now I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't think that's the right take.
Schroeder was great last night. Don't sleep on Schroeder. Schroeder has speaking of Schroeder, I got to say this. I said this earlier in the year and you scoffed at me.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to hammer this home. He has the flashiest assists we've seen in possibly ever in Raptors history.
Come on. See, that's how I know that you were living. That's how I know you were living in Cranbrook, British Columbia, and didn't see a single basketball game when you were in your diapers. When Alvin
Who has flashier assists? Alvin Williams did not have flashier assists.
What about Ray Froston?
No, flashier. No.
Ray Froston?
Flashier? No.
Do you even know who Ray Froston is?
Yes, I do.
What's his nickname?
Skipped my loop.
Ooh, come on. Thank God you knew that.
Yes, on nicknames.
Skip to my loop had way flashier assists than Dennis Schroeder. And same thing with Alvin Williams. Alvin Williams had disgusting assists. You're being blasphemous right now.
You're being an old man right now.
This guy he's only been on our team for 20 games. Maybe give him a season.
He's every pass. He's like nutmegging KD. Every pass is a no-look pass.
Honestly, call me old again and I'll come nutmeg you right now. I will literally cross town right now to nutmeg you in front of your girl, okay? Speaking of Dennis, though, so he's 10th in the league in assists, actually. So he's not that far off, but he's got 6.9 assists a game, and Freddie's at 9.2. So 3 assists more per game. I don't know, man. I just wanted to mention him because it seemed like that whole Houston situation was just completely out of whack, and now Houston's a decent team. Like you can't sleep on Houston at this point. They're 8-8. They're 500. And they got some dogs, man. Freddie's disgusting. Jalen Green has crazy dunks. What's his name? I'm telling you, Sengun he's up there in one of the most improved players of the league, isn't he?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's great.
Let me look at this roster. Hold on.
I don't think anyone wants to see them in the playing game. And they probably will be in a playing game.
Oh my God, Andy.
What?
Alperen Sengun's stats for this year. What do you think they are?
Oh, this is gonna.
Yeah, just take it. No, don't.
18, 6 and 6.
21, 9 and 5.6. Fairly close. He's like the next.
That's very nice.
He's the next Nikola Jokic.
The Rockets just need some more primetime games, and he'll get that attention. That's nice.
Also, Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks is a benefit to any team that he's on. I don't care what anyone says. Look how Memphis is doing without him. Obviously, they don't have
their best player.
Ja. No, but it doesn't matter because like they had Tyus Jones in the backcourt. That was the backup point guard. He ran things when Ja was out last time. Like last year, we forget that Ja was also out for like I think he was out to close to 20 games. And then I think they had a better record through the first 20 games without Ja than when he came back, than the 20 games that he came back. He got booed one time.
You're forgetting how good Ja was last year before that.
What are you sounding like he No, I'm not forgetting that I know he's disgusting, but I'm just saying
he's a top 3 MVP guy.
I know, but I guarantee you that when he comes back, I still don't think that they're going to be a 500 team. I don't think they're that good. They don't have any shooting. We've been bouncing around a lot in this conversation, by the way.
Yeah, we have. Anything else you want to talk about here? We've gotten through a whole podcast for the first time this year without talking about Grady Dick.
Ooh, I know you like this. You've been on this. Go ahead.
Since we both went on vacation, Grady Dick went down to the G League, which I was hammering down for.
You were a proponent of.
I was demanding it, not just a proponent.
You were sending letters to the Raptors organization.
I was.
Strong worded letters. Just DMing the Raptors on Instagram every night. Send him down.
Bobby, send him down. And he looked awful.
Okay. Is that all? That's all you got?
I just want to say, I'm happy he was sent to the G League.
Hold on a second. You're saying
did any other media outlet call for him to go down to the G League, or were we the first ones to do it?
We were the first ones to do it, but
yes, we were.
I'm a bit. I don't want to even ask you this question, but you know he played 2 games in the G League, right?
Yes.
You know the second game he dropped 22.
What was his shooting though?
It's a good question.
I don't think he made a lot of threes.
Dick, hold on. G League. I want to actually look this up because this is interesting. No, I agree with you. I don't know. There's something going on. It's tough to kind of wrap your mind around. Okay, wait. He was minus 12 on the floor after going on Monday. 3.9. Unclear how long he'll stay in the G because he was on the sideline yesterday, so he was back.
Yeah,
was he not?
Back. Yeah, he was. Didn't play, but yeah.
How come it's so difficult to find stats of a G League game? Like, this is ridiculous.
Okay, I have the combined stats of his shooting.
You're just so much faster than me, hey?
Shot 6 for 33 in his 2 games in Raptors 905.
Okay, but what about the second game?
I don't have that. I don't have that at my fingertips.
This is what I mean. How like why? Why is it so difficult?
I don't look up G League box scores that often.
Grady Dick. Okay, wait. I got him.
Get him.
It says splits here. Like, why does this per game? What? No, I don't want per game. Totals. Okay, sorry. This is probably not the best thing to listen to on a podcast right now. But it's just this is like something that we need to see. Why does it say 12
6 for 33?
You say 6 for 33?
Total over 2 games. 1 for 12 in the first game, I think. And then like 5 for 21 or something in the second game.
Field goal percentage.
He's not good.
Percentage 18%. Okay, so you're saying he just wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying, yeah. He looked bad.
So like, okay, but what is your like overall picture with him? Like, what's your thought? Sounds like you're done with him already.
I'm scared. I'm very scared that he might not be the greatest shooter. It feels like it might have been a bad draft pick already. I don't know. He's just missing on these draft picks. Hurts the Raptors. We need these young guys to come up and be on the roster. I don't know.
I don't. I think it's tough to call it right now, but it's.
You see on Twitter or X last week, former Raptor Sam Decker called out Grady Dick's shot and was like, "Yo, whoever's changing Grady Dick's shot, you got to stop doing this." He is accusing the Raptors of changing the form of his shot, which is probably not the greatest thing.
That is questionable coaching. That might be the most random thing I've ever seen. Sam Decker, who changed Grady's shot? I need his answers. NBA got to stop doing this to young shooters. Wow. That's that's so random.
And I might explain things, like, because no one can explain why Grady Dick's not that great. But that would explain it.
But like, I don't understand. If he was a good shooter in college, why would somebody change his shot? That's confusing.
I don't know.
That's a little confusing. All right. Do you have anything else or what?
No, that's it.
When are you free next? When are you not working next?
We're going to the game Friday, aren't we?
This Friday?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Is that what we said?
That's what we said.
Are we keeping it chill or are we
14? We'll keep it moderate.
We're gonna keep it classy.
Classy.
Keep it moderate.
Moderate, yeah.
Okay. All right. You can sign off if you want. Baby.
That's another episode of Raptors NBA podcast. Thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe on Spotify and now on Apple Podcasts, and unsubscribe from everything else. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. For Alex Drobin, I'm Andy Redding. Good night.